I'm Joseph Cosper. I'm originally from California, but I've been out here in Ashtabula County for about 8 years. I guess my parents moved back out here, so I decided to come with them. I don't know. It started with marijuana for me, and then alcohol, and then that was all it was. And then I started dabbling in prescription pills when I was like 18, 19, and a few other things. But it just progressed. Honestly, in the very beginning, what happened is when I was like 16, when I first smoked weed, I don't know, I never felt a part of. I was separated, and as soon as I started smoking weed, I felt like I had arrived, and everything was okay. It helped me. I felt like I found myself then. But really, it brought it out of me, But the problem is I'm an alcoholic and drug addict to the fullest, and I can't do anything in moderation. So it just progressed and got worse and worse, and I got out here and I started doing harder prescription pills, and then those were harder to find, so I started doing heroin, and I started doing meth, and just everything. And I've pretty much done a little bit of everything, and a lot of everything. No, I've been on probation. I was on probation for little things before, but it was never enough. Just probation alone was never enough, and I had to go to meetings and stuff, but it wasn't enough. I feel like, I got arrested. The last time I got arrested was August 12th, I believe, 2014, and or maybe August 14th, either way, right around there. And I got arrested, and I was relieved because I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired, and just every single day was a struggle. And so, got arrested. I sat in the county jail for about 3.5 months, and I got into drug court, and they sent me to Turning Point. And like I said earlier, that's probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Ashtabula County Court of Common Pleas drug court session. So first of all, I'd like to call up Michael Brenneman. Okay. Yeah, why don't you, I'll have you stand right here on this side, so I can use my notes and so forth. You're 11 months sober, right? Did I get that right? Okay. Congratulations. Thank you. You said something, I think, just this past week, that drug court has changed the way I think about life. Can you tell us a little bit about how drug court's changed your thinking?
Well, just I try to be a little more. I'm a first responder, and part of my job is to respond to overdoses and things like that. And I see now more. I have more respect for the families. They go through a lot, and sometimes you don't realize it when you're in active addiction what they deal with. And it's for lack of a better term, it sucks when you have to go and tell them that their son or daughter died because of an overdose. So this program's opened me up for that, and it showed me a lot that I didn't realize.
Oh, okay. Is there any advice maybe that you would give to some of the other people that are still trying to work their way through drug court?
Best thing I could say is just do what they ask you to do. It really isn't that hard. It sucks because you have to do a lot of stuff, but they all intend to do the best thing. You guys have the best recovery staff I've been through in the entire time I've been using drugs, and I was really blown away by the amount that they actually care. So just do what they recommend, and you'll get through it. It's not all that hard.
Well, it's not impossible. I don't know if I agree it's not that hard. Well, congratulations. Now, I have a certificate for you and a coin to recognize this achievement. And also, I would like to call up the Ashtabula County Prosecuting Attorney, Nicholas Larocci. And Mr. Larocci, this is the most important part, is the legal document when they get to the end of drug court. So, thank you.
Michael, you were what we call a diversion participant, which means that if you successfully completed drug court, the charges that were filed against you would be dismissed. And so you were a diversion participant. The charge of trafficking in heroin, which is a 5th-degree felony, has officially this morning been dismissed with prejudice, meaning that it cannot be refiled against you. You are a free man. Congratulations.
All right, Brittany Andersen. Okay. How many months you had?
15.
15? All right, congratulations. Good for you. Now, I know your charges initially, you had 2 cases here, possession of meth and a theft charge, right? Okay. Now, would you say the drug court has affected your life?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that. How has drug court affected your life?
I mean, I feel like at first it takes over your life. It's a lot. You have to do a lot, but I feel like it benefits, like kind of hit me a lot in the long run. And it's helped me through a lot.
Give me an example. How's it benefited you or helped you?
Well, I was pregnant when I first got in drug court, and I have a 9-month-old baby, and it's helped me become a good mom.
All right. Well, I think from what I've seen, and you're holding down a job and
Yeah.
raising that baby, and so you've taken on a lot of responsibility. I think one thing she's touched on, it might actually feel overwhelming in the beginning because there's so many rules and requirements. But again, it's not impossible. So how do you feel that you're going to be able to maintain your recovery after you're done with drug court?
Just still go to my meetings, continue to work, keep my 40 hours a week, and just, I got to continue with Lake County, so just continue what I'm doing.
Okay. Do you have any advice you can share with everyone else here?
I guess just stick with it, don't give up. I mean, it's a lot, but if you stick with it, it benefits you in the end.
Okay. Well, I think it does. I'm probably going to ask everyone that question, so you can be thinking about how you're going to answer that when you get up here. So congratulations. Here's your certificate for completing drug court.
Thank you.
Here's your coin to add to your collection.
Thank you.
And Mr. Larocci is going to also present you with something that you worked hard for.
You are an interesting participant. We've bent over backwards, and I truly mean that. This drug court team bent over backwards to get you into drug court. You had charges pending against you in Lake County. They wanted to throw you in prison. We worked with the Lake County Prosecutor's Office to ensure that your participation in drug court, our drug court, would prevent that from happening. And in addition to that, you had several cases here. And what makes you even more unusual is that one of your cases is you were a diversion participant, and the other 2 cases you were what we call a post-conviction participant. Meaning that if you're a post-conviction participant, you stand convicted of those charges, but as a condition of your probation or community controls, you were to successfully complete drug court. So it's my honor to present to you, and you've done outstanding. I mean, you have done so well in drug court, and we are so pleased with how you've performed. I'm handing you what's a dismissal entry on the 1 diversion case. It's been dismissed with prejudice, aggravated possession of drugs, a 5th-degree felony. It's gone, it's forever wiped away. And then I'm also handing you 2 orders signed by Judge Yost, which indicates that you have successfully completed the post-conviction drug court program, and that condition is removed from your probation. So
Thank you so much.
Sarah Martin. I stand right here. So have you benefited from drug court?
Yes.
All right. How have you benefited from it?
Just gave me my family back and, helped me to see things in myself that I never did before.
Okay. That sounds good. You getting along with your mom these days?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. She's here today. Yeah.
All right. Very good. And what do you think you're going to do to help you maintain recovery now that you won't have to report to me anymore?
Report to my sponsor.
Good. Very good. Report to your sponsor. Anything else?
Just keep up doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Any advice that you can give to the rest of the court participants here today?
Just take all the help that's given to you. Drug court is on your side, and so is Lark and everybody up there.
Well, it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but we really are on your side. How many months of sobriety do you have now?
Over 9.
Over 9 months? All right, very good. Well, congratulations. And you want to hold on to those. Those are your memories of drug court. And also, our prosecuting attorney, Mr. Larocci, is going to.
Well, Sarah, you were a post-conviction participant. As a result of your successful completion of drug court, that condition is removed from your community controls. Congratulations, and giving you the entry shown. Signed by Judge Yost.
Thank you.
All right, Kimberly Lutz. Do you think drug court has affected your life?
Yes, it has, a lot.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a definitely good way.
All right. How has drug court affected you?
It's gave me my kids and a life, and I'm back to where I started before I got into drugs.
You think you're better off now than you were when we first saw you in drug court?
Yes.
You're in a better place? Okay. So what kind of advice can you share with everyone else here this morning?
Reach out. I had an issue with that, and just listen to what people have to say to you.
Okay. Congratulations. We'll give you
Kim, you were a diversion participant. The charge of possession of heroin, a 4th-degree felony, has been dismissed this morning. It's gone wiped clean from your record. Congratulations. God bless you.
Heather Shellenberger. Okay. How many months sober do you have? I forgot to ask Kim.
11.
11. How many months sober do you have, Kim?
A little over a year.
A little over a year. All right. So you can see everybody. So I was looking back through your file. You originally came here on a meth-related charge. The actual charge was illegal assembly or possession of chemicals for the manufacture of drugs. And at the time, according to the report, what you were doing is buying Sudafed and trading it or selling it because your real drug was heroin. So in your pre-sentence report, you said, "I'm ready to change now to become a better person. I just need someone to give me a chance to prove myself." So have you changed?
I think so.
Are you a better person?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Did you get a chance to prove yourself?
Yeah, it took a while. Like, I had to get adjusted.
You had to get adjusted to drug court? Did you? Okay. So, I don't know. What was the drug court experience like for you?
In the beginning, it was rough. There was a lot of rules and things you had to do. And I wasn't used to that. So, you know, it was good in the end.
It was good? So you're glad you did it?
Yeah, it gave me my life back.
Gave you your life back. Tell me, how has it helped you? What specifically has happened in drug court that's helped you to change?
I'm sober now. I have a family. I got to see my son after 11 years. It's given me a lot of stuff back.
Okay, that's great. So what about your advice? What can you tell everybody else to help them get through this?
Just stick with it. Be honest. It's hard sometimes, but, you know, just do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do. You think you have a good plan in place to make sure you stay in recovery when you're done with drug court? You do? Congratulations. Give you your coin, and Mr. Larocci will give you your paperwork.
Heather, you were a post-conviction participant. You have successfully completed this portion of your community controls. Judge Yost has signed an entry reflecting that. Congratulations. God bless.
Involved receiving stolen property and theft, it looks like. And I think you just recently made a statement that drug court changed your life?
Yes.
So how has drug court changed your life?
Give me a new way to live. Show me a new way to live. I don't have to get high. And live a clean, sober life and have fun. So.
Okay. And you got that through your participation in drug court?
Yes.
So, is there anything that's changed about your life since you've been in drug court?
Yes, a lot. At least to my family. I can go to work every day. I can be a functional member of society without having to be high.
All right. And you attribute that to drug court?
Yes.
You do? Okay. And then what kind of plan do you have to maintain recovery now when you're going to be done with drug court?
Just keep doing what I'm doing. Go to meetings.
Go to meetings.
Contact my support group.
Okay. Well, that's important. I mean, we say that and we know you have to do it, but then you have to be sure to keep it up, right?
Yes.
So what about any advice that you would share with everyone else here?
Don't fight it. Just do what they tell you to do, and it'll be easier. Don't drink.
Yeah, that could be a temptation. For some of you who are not involved in drug court, you probably have heard this. There are certain things that in our society are not illegal. Alcohol is one. It's not illegal to drink alcohol. So it's okay for some of us to do it. But if you're in drug court, you are not permitted to drink or to actually take anything that we would consider could be mind altering. So that can be a real problem sometimes for people that they have to be very strict, teetotalers during the time they're in drug court. The other thing you said that I have heard before, it's kind of interesting, is don't fight it. So I don't know. I know it's hard to accept that sometimes, but it's a little easier if you just go with the flow and you don't fight it. But congratulations, Josh. Good luck to you.
Josh, you were a diversion participant. The charge of receiving stolen property, which is a 4th-degree felony, has been dismissed this morning. Signed by Judge Yost. It is forever gone. It cannot be refiled. Congratulations.
Joseph Cosper. All right. His shirt doesn't have a pocket. Usually he's got one of those little matching pocket square that matches his ties. That's still a pretty cool tie though. Thank you. Okay, so your plea was to attempted illegal assembly or possession of chemicals to manufacture drugs. So that's a meth-related type charge.
Yes.
And from what I understand, you were also buying Sudafed, I guess?
Yeah, that's what I was doing, for sure. What do you mean? Like to manufacture?
Yeah, actually.
No, I'm not that smart.
Not smart enough to do it?
Or dumb enough, I guess you could say.
Well, it's actually, you could look at it either way.
Mm-hmm.
You might be smart enough to know how to do it, but if you're dumb enough to do it, you're ruining your life.
Yeah.
Has your life changed for you since you've been in drug court?
It's changed so dramatically in the best way possible. Like honestly, I was gonna say it gave me my life back, but it didn't. It gave me a life. It was a life that I was living before. It wasn't even worth living, really. I mean, it's been a complete 180, and I feel like I'll never be able to repay what I've gained from this program, because everything that I've done in this process has stemmed from drug court. I had that extra nudge from the judge, and I got into Turning Point, which in turn led me to get a sponsor, which in turn led me to work the steps, which helped me to gain a conscious contact with my higher power, which I choose to call Jesus Christ, which helped me to rely on Him and just do the next right thing. So, and I can't even tell you the blessings that I've received. I'll be here all day telling you. You know what I mean? It's just honestly, it's just amazing. It's amazing. Forever grateful. So.
And you attribute all of that to drug court?
Well, yeah. If you go back to the causes and conditions of it, it started with drug court. I guess maybe it started with poor decisions, which led to drug court. But either way, I give all the credit where it's due. And I believe that's to, between drug court, the staff at large for always being there. You know what I mean? Like every time I have a problem, I can talk to anybody and they'll listen. They never tell me to shut up because I can talk. I can talk. So it's just amazing.
Well, going forward, what do you think is going to keep you on the recovery track when you don't have to report to drug court anymore?
Right. I don't know. I mean, I just know Well, as you know, about 10 months ago, I tried to do things my own way again, and I ended up dead on my kitchen floor. And so that's the thing, is I'm thoroughly convinced that there's no, I can't drink, I can't use anything one time, I don't know, I just know, like, those thoughts will come, but I just know what's gonna happen. I know I cannot successfully do anything, and I'm fine with that, because life is great today. I don't need anything. I'm high on Jesus, to be honest with you. I'm high on life. Like, it's amazing. It really is amazing. So I'm just gonna my plan is not to change anything, because everything's great right now. So the only thing that's gonna change is I don't have to call in, or I don't have to come see you every 3 weeks, but, besides that, I just try to keep on the same path.
Good luck with that. What about some advice you can share with everyone else here? Anything you would tell them?
You're worth it. Give yourself a chance. You know what I mean? The only time I ever had struggles in this deal was when I was resistant. So just, everyone in here is worth it, and we all have the same chance of recovery. It's what we choose to do with it. So.
Boy, that's really an important thing that probably I don't touch on enough. Everybody's worth it. Everyone's important. You deserve to have a good life, a clean life, a happy life. But of course, we can't do it all for you. We can try to give you the tools, and we hope that you'll take advantage of it and do what you can to run with it. But yeah, don't ever get the idea that you're not worth the work and the effort to try to make sure that you're successful in recovery. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And so your story is a story that you can tell and preach about the rest of your life, as long as you continue to maintain sobriety.
Yeah.
And you will change lives because of that story. You were a post-conviction participant. You've successfully completed drug court. Judge Yost has signed your order. Congratulations.
Thank you.
At the beginning, my grandma had died, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I started out slowly with weed and alcohol, and then after that, it progressed into pills. After that, it progressed into coke. After that, it spiraled downhill. I tried any drug that I could get because I didn't know how to deal with anything. What got me into drug court was I was pregnant, and I was using it overdosed. And I got put into Turning Point, and then I got accepted into drug court. Drug court put me into Turning Point even before I was completely accepted. And then after Turning Point, I did good for 9 months. I was pregnant. I had my son, and my son was really sick. He was 4 months preemie. So I stayed in the hospital with him for about 3 months. I was clean and sober. I brought my son home. The very next day, my dad died. Shortly after that, I relapsed again. I didn't reach out. I didn't use my support. I didn't use my tools that I know to use. And I was just off and running. I was skating by through drug court. I was faking my drug screens. I was, using my daughter's urine, but they popped a random on me, and I wasn't prepared. So, I failed my test, and they put me in jail. I was in jail for 90 days, and then I went to NeoCap, and I was there for 4 months. I was locked up for 7 months total. After I got out of NeoCap, my whole life changed. NeoCap saved my life. It taught me everything. It taught me tools. It taught me how to live. It taught me to be independent, to take care of myself, which helps through drug court, because drug court has a lot of rules and a lot of expectations of you. So NeoCap really did save my life, and drug court saved my life. They seen something that I didn't see. They seen me falling before I even did.
Did you fight drug court at first?
I did. I fought. I didn't want to get clean. I thought, I'll do drug court, I'll skate by, I'll get out, and go back and do what I was doing. I struggled. I didn't want to follow the rules. I didn't want to go to meetings. I didn't want to go to group. I didn't want to do anything. But, I did for a while. And then I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't use my tool set I had.
So what turned it around for you then?
My family, my son, NeoCap, like I said, NeoCap was the biggest part of my recovery. Like if I wouldn't have went to NeoCap, I don't know where I would be. So I want to live.
How did NeoCap help? What did they do specifically?
NeoCap made me learn who I was. Like I didn't know who I was when I went in there. NeoCap is all about thinking. Like my thinking changed. I learned tools. I was an angry person, you know, before I went to NeoCap, and I took an anger management class there, and that really helped. They teach you how to be independent. They teach you the tools to use when you leave. Like if you're in a risky situation, they give you the tools to use, and it helps. I mean, those tools stick in your head, and you just got to use them.
So what's the best thing about leaving drug court?
Leaving drug court? I don't have to, you know, I don't know, because leaving drug court is scary, but now I'm going to have more time to spend with my son and to work and to do what I want to do and not have to worry about going to a meeting or going to IOP or coming to drug court. Like, that would probably be the best thing, is having more time for myself and my family and to work on my recovery. I want to go to meetings for me. I don't want to go to a meeting because I have to. I guess all I can say is if you want your life, like if you want your family, if you want to be able to live life without having to depend on a substance, get help. Like, this program does work.
Lisa, Neff. Okay, so the charge that came into drug court on was possession of heroin. Have you benefited from drug court?
Yes, I have. I have my life back, I have a job, I have my own place, I have my family. I got everything back.
So these are all things that somehow you did not have or you lost?
I never had some of them. Like I've never had my own place.
Sure.
I've never had a job this long. So, yeah, I've benefited a lot from that.
So you think it was a good decision for you to go through drug court?
I do.
Was it easy?
No, not at all.
Okay. So what about maintaining recovery when you're finished with your reporting here?
I'm going to continue what I'm doing. I'm going to reach out to my sponsor. I'm going to go to meetings, and I'm just going to stay away from risky situations and use the tools that I have.
And you know that the people that you've met through this drug court experience, that if you ever need help, that you can call them? You're not afraid to reach out when you need to?
No, not now. I was at first, but now I'm not, because I know I need the help, and I know they're there to help me. Not to judge me or anything like that, just to help.
That's right. So what about any advice? Anything you can suggest or pass on to the people that are still trying to make their way to graduation?
The only thing I can say is don't fight it. Don't give up. I know it's hard, but it's totally worth it. I have 14 months clean, and I have my life back. And it's worth it. And reach out if you need help. And take the suggestions that are given to you, because that is the best thing to do.
Okay. Well. And another coin, your final coin from drug court. And Mr. Roach is presenting your other dismissal.
Well, Lisa, I must say that my office did not want you in drug court. My office wanted you to go to prison. And there were a few people who really bent over backwards to make sure that you were in drug court and stayed in drug court. And even during the challenges that you had throughout the drug court process, my office still wanted you in prison. But you battled, and you won, and it's your job to keep winning, okay? So you were a post-conviction participant. Judge Yost has signed the order. You are officially completed your post-conviction conditions. Congratulations.
That was one thing, you know, I feel like there's a reason I'm here today. And actually that day that I got arrested, I attempted to overdose then because I was done with my life. I put $100 worth of heroin in my arm, attempted to overdose, and all that happened was 2 hours later, I was arrested for the crime that I committed to get the money to get the dope. So right then I knew something. I'm here for another reason. And then, you know, what happened when I overdosed this last time is I stopped doing what I was doing. I stopped relying on God. I stopped trusting God, and I started playing God again. And I feel like God humbled me. That's all and honestly, the relapse is one of the best things I have, because my ego, I got a big head. And I want to continue to help people, really, because that's what really helps me the most, is when I'm helping somebody else into this deal. You know, trying to give away what was so freely given to me. You know, if I can give one person hope, just one person hope, that's enough. You know?
I'm sorry.
Honesty is the best thing. If you're struggling and you're using and you want to stop, you have to reach out for help and let somebody help you.